Fox News versus reality, and conspiracy theorists and propagandists don't even know which ones. October 12th, 2019, Typhoon Hagibis swept away Fukushima disaster radiation debris bags that are spreading, of course, somehow to the Tokyo Olympics athletes. What did the actual news story say, and why did Fox play up, quote unquote, decontamination workers have used in the past plastic bags to clean up radioactive debris from tsunami-crippled Fukushima nuclear plant. They also use bags in New York to haul away dead bodies, and people pick up dog shit with bags. So, yeah, bags. What were these, Fox? Even in their type-up, they actually had to tell the truth. I pretty much think that made their tongues burst into flames. Satan reference. October 12, 2019, a flood caused by a typhoon, number 19, named Hagibis, left 70 dead Japanese people, thousands of homes flood damaged, or without power, or flooded, or destroyed. Not a tsunami, but pretty close. Pretty bad. Overflowed more than 200 rivers, damaged the embankments of more than 50 of them. Rescuers were still searching for missing persons at landslide places. Oh, that has nothing to do with Fukushima. Well, if we stick Fukushima in it, some of you assholes will look at the video. So I'm going to include your own title here. What has this got to do with Fukushima? Part of Fukushima Prefecture had something happen in it. Therefore, radiation story. What actually happened? During all of this thing where people died and buildings were destroyed and farm crops have been swept away and landslides happened, everything but raining frogs, we have to talk about the one thing some of you are hyper-focused on. Your own motivated self-interest, or your belief that you can harass the shit out of the Japanese because you're Koreans and racist. There's a shit ton of racist Koreans commenting on this. They're screaming about how all Japanese are running dog evil capitalists that need to be destroyed. And really? You gotta hide your Nazism a little better. Ironically, this is what Japan was associated with at the time you guys were mad at them. Yes, all Nazis. It swept less than a dozen 1 cubic yard lawn debris bags around 300 feet into a river named Furumichi. This is near a city called Tamura. There was no change in the measurement results of radiation in the river, downstream of the river, upstream of the river, or in the area where the temporary storage place was holding decontaminated. Decontaminated. Bitch slap. Not radioactive. Decontaminated yard debris. I want to put up pictures of those pumpkin bags we use in the United States every October. It had grass, leaves, and wood debris waste that was decontaminated. Decontaminated, not contaminated, not radioactive waste from Fukushima nuclear plant. It was listed as, it was labeled decontaminated. And had been sitting there for 8 years exposed to rain, but suddenly this is very important. That it went into a river in an area that's 15 miles from the coastline. But somehow it's headed straight for an Olympic hopeful. They're going to dash his hopes of ever living again, giving him retroactive leukemia. There were 26,600 something more bags there that didn't move. Fox plays up that we can kind of say it's contaminated with radioactive waste. It's not radioactive waste, it's decontaminated. But it's been stored there, rotting, composting, sitting there as a test material, just like the farming they're farming it to feed it to people. Yeah, there's a giant conspiracy to kill Christians by feeding them radioactive corn from Fukushima somehow. Or rice, or some other shit. Now that doesn't sound at all like propaganda. Anyway, it was being stored temporarily. 8 years? Or this is recent? If it's been sitting there for 8 years exposed to rainfall, it's already contaminated the area. But they monitor the area and they haven't found any contamination. Independent, normal people, don't know if you understand this, but if you believe in homeopathic radiation, it means no matter what, you can't really find it. Unless you're super spiritual and have Christian eyes. Or, yeah, I'm going to insult all the people who posted these comments. Next, what the fuck is this dude hiding in the dark talking nonsense? Is this some kind of joke? Trying to appear scary so that people will take you seriously? I don't even know what the fuck that meant, but I'm just reading it back. Really, really weird dude. Really weird creep. This is under a video where I told people that they shouldn't lie about history of Christianity or any other religion in persecution. So you're focusing... So, yeah, it's actually daylight here where I'm at. But I literally found the only place in the area to do this video just for your sorry bullshit ass. Have a nice day, get fucked. Next, let's do something fun here. To aggravate the religious fundamentalist that obviously got mad at me and wouldn't even address the subject matter of the video. Or maybe he isn't. Maybe it's just somebody who doesn't like my, quote-unquote, floating of Mr. Floaty Head style that someone calls it. Hindu cosmology. Funny thing I noticed on the way to the end of the world. The universe started with a primal energy and matter, in quotes. That matter evolved into the 5 Mahabhatas, perceptible to humanity, what we can see, hear, taste, touch, and smell in the universe, as the manifestation of divinity, listed as space, earth, water, air, and fire, or as we like to call it, time, space, solids, liquids, gases, and plasma state materials, which are chemically active and or incandescent and or energized or ionized gases. And then there's hypergas, solid, something, something, dark side, where you compress a plasma, ionized, into the core of a star to where it becomes almost as thick as peanut butter, but it's a gas. And if it gets more than that, you either end up with it exploding, forming all the elements above iron, or it forms a black hole, a distortion in time-space made out of matter collapsing. Hindu cosmology also includes a time system that's rather long-term, using an increment that's really, really close to the timing of the current understood age of the universe. It's off by about 2%. Pretty good goddamn set of guesses, huh? They also do temporary wood and clay temples. They're supposed to. They're not supposed to make them out of plastic and other materials. And icons. They're not called idols. People use that word as a wink, wink, nudge, nudge dog whistle when they want to scream about ideology. Like all of you golden calf worshippers in the Ophirian category, and all your religious people out there who scream if anybody mentions a cross as being something that is an idol. Anyway, they are symbolically destroyed in flood by people who made them by immersion. Because, instead of the monotheistic Muslim invader rulers that may or may not have decided to forbid them from making polytheistic permanent temples and or killed or converted them. Or it's just to remind us the impermanence of reality and symbolize the cycle of life coming to an end with the body becoming one with nature. Again, as seen also in the Christian baptism, and God creates and destroys through water. In sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Stop standing on your glass house and shitting on it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. And I hope this video irritated that one person to beyond 11. Totally to plaid.